Welcome back, gang. You're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe it. It's happening. It's actually a thing. The Iron Warriors have received something for the Horus Heresy. Can you Adam and Eve it? I can't get over it. It's that day. The day has arrived. A Heresy Thursday where the Iron Warriors get a thing. Not just anything. They get Warsmiths. This makes me incredibly happy. Like, as someone who started out their Chaos career, so to speak, with Iron Warriors, this makes me... this makes me happy. And it's not just a Warsmith, it's a Warsmith, as they point out, that is supremely hefty. Let's be honest, they should have used the word girthy there, they should have had the word girth in there, but we'll let them off. They're probably not allowed to say that, because it probably seems a bit weird out of context, but you know what? I'll take surprisingly hefty, that's totally fine. And this is all very well, but we need a bigger picture, so look at that. I'm so happy. Cataphractii armour? Hell yes. The hammer is... What the hell is that? What is that? We're going to have to scroll down. I don't know. I'm assuming it's just a thunder hammer. Well, I say just a... You can't say just a thunder hammer. Look at the size of it. It is nearly the same size. Like, the head of that thing is the size of the torso of the dude in... the Cataphractii Terminator armour. What? We've got a big old clampy claw thing. We've got... Is that... Okay, what gun is that? We're going to have to look at the actual article to find out. But my initial impression of this, right? My initial impression is... Yes. Yes, 100% yes. I'm in. I'm sold. I want it. How could I possibly not? The absolute girth on the lad is insane. The added metal-like plating to the cloth makes it look even bigger than it would do normally. Like, that Terminator armour is chunky as it is, right? It's already hefty. I would argue it's the heftiest of the Terminator armours. And it's been made to look even more hefty and even more heavily armoured. How do you even do that with Cataphractii plate? I am really loving that big claw on top as well. That's really making me think of the old Warsmith, which I still have. I literally have it on a shelf next to me. This lad right here. The claw, the claw's making me happy. It's not exactly the same, obviously, but it's just bringing that to mind a little bit, and, love it. Love it. Of course, the new one is missing having a giant claw for an arm, but he has gained an absolutely absurdly big hammer. So, you know what? It swings and roundabouts. He may not have a claw hand, but he does have a hammer bigger than some vehicles. So... I think that's a fair trade. Besides, there's some mechadendrites going on there. There's some interesting cables and tubes and the like, and clearly some sort of device. So it might well be that actually he does have something resembling that. We'll have to have a look at an alternate angle. Also, the helmet's class. Love the helmet. That's great. Plus, the opening, the kind of cowl, the hood on the armour being this sort of square, not quite squared off, but it's so angular and more heavily plated than I'm used to seeing. Oh, so good. Love it. Absolutely love it. There's like extra cables, there's extra rivets, it's... Oh yeah. Okay, let's see an alternate angle, see what we've got. So there's the big... there's the big old claw on the top there. I really like that, it's very cool. The shoulders are fantastic. Nice close-up on the head, which is good. I am struggling to make out what that gun is from this angle. I'm sure Horus Heresy players should be able to just tell me straight away, but I just don't know why the shape of it is not ringing any bells. That close-up of the big claw, the insanely up-armoured, like, collar area, and that helmet is... it's making me happy. I really do like that cloth with the kind of armour plating on as well. I really like that. That looks great. Nice little detail as well on that leg. Partially just your traditional gunmetal colour, but also a bit of cheeky hazard stripage. That's nice. I'm assuming that'll be down to, personal preference if I was painting it. I don't know whether that'll be modelled, like whether there'll be segments sort of modelled for the actual hazard stripes or not, but I do like that they're painted that way. It's cool. The thing is as well, by the look of it, you can absolutely have the hammer in two hands. Which is... What the hell is going on? Look at that. It's so massive and over the top. Like, what... I'm starting to, like, it sounds weird. I'm starting to go back and forth on whether I like it or not. The part of me that loves absurd, oversized weapons, not like that, absolutely loves it, right? Absolutely loves it. It's fantastic. On the other hand, it seems so wildly impractical, even by the standards of Warhammer weapons, that I'm like, how do you get the... How do you hit people with it? Look at the size of it, and the length of the haft is just... What? I don't know how it works. I don't know if I really care. I suppose you could just stab people with the end of it. Yeah, it's got a spike on it. That's always an option, isn't it? Imagine that. You fight this guy and you die not because he's hit you once and made you disintegrate into little tiny pieces, but because he stabs you in the eye. Oh, the irony. The absolute irony. Irony warrior? No, just shut up. Okay, let's see what the actual gear is here. Hopefully it'll tell us. So, he has the dual arts of engineering and siegecraft, obviously. Warsmiths practice these with exceptional efficiency, using their knowledge of defence to design war machines to obliterate even the mightiest of fortifications. Okay, that's cool, but... So an upgrade to the Legion Cataphractii Praetor. This brute is armed with a stonking great Graviton Crusher. Just being silly now, aren't you? You're just being silly. I 100% approve. Is that what the... Wait, is that what the big... Is it the Thanax? Or is it the Thanatar? It's got like a big... Is that a Graviton Crusher as well? It might be. Look, I still like it. The fact that it's a Graviton Crusher rather than a Thunderhammer just means I like it more, because it somehow has made it more reasonable, which it shouldn't, because it's not. And he's got a Combi Grav. Oh, that makes sense, Combi Grav. For some reason, I never expect to see Grav on these models. I never expect to see it. And I don't know why. But then it means that if I do see it, my brain goes, well, it can't be that, because that's not what it is. But, I mean, clearly. Kitted out suit of Terminator armour even features a servo arm for vehicle repairs, and punching people in the head with it, surely. And he'll be released with updated rules PDF to encompass this new arsenal. Oh, interesting. So it's not that it's the same miniature that you can pose different ways. There are actually two versions of this miniature available. One is posed stoically observing the battlefield, etc., etc. The other is striding purposefully forward, hammer hefted and ready to muck in with the teardown. And this version is going to be exclusively on sale at Warhammer World. Okay. Why? I mean, it's cool there's two versions. Why this, specifically? I mean, it is really cool. It's a very cool model. I really like it. I think you can tell I really like it. But, what a random choice. I mean, I don't live that far from Warhammer World, and I'm due a visit at some point soon, but still, that's... Alright, okay. I mean, it's going to be harder to get hold of for people who don't live near Warhammer World, and I'd imagine there'd be quite a few people who would really like the striding forwards with the giant Graviton Crusher ready to crush people's Gravitons, but, like, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm not sure how I feel about it. The actual model is really cool. Both versions. Just sticking one only available at Warhammer World is... It's a choice. It's a choice I don't pretend to understand. Obviously, there's no explanation. It's just that they're made from Forge World resin, which, again, if you go onto the Warhammer.com site and search for Forge World, you don't actually get Forge World specific models, because that's not how they label stuff online anymore, but okay. Be available soon. Come back next Thursday for another dose of big-scale heresy. They're really trying to reinforce that Heresy Thursday at the moment is all about the big heresy and not the little heresy, which I appreciate. It gives us an idea as to what to look out for. That is quality. That is a quality model. I love it. It's fantastic. I want it. And apparently if I go to Warhammer World, I can get the version where he's holding the hammer in two hands. So, overall, I'm pretty happy with that. But then, it's a model in Cataphractii armour that's been made to look even girthier than normal, holding a weapon that is bigger than he is, complete with the arm that I like from the old model that I have right there. So really, it was very, very distinctly targeted at people like me. I'm not going to say me personally, because that's not how this works. But you know what? I feel targeted, but in a good way. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of that in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all of the things, and I will see you for the next one.